Salute! This is Jeff.
This is David.
Hi, David.
Hi, Jeff. How's
it going, David?
It's going okay. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've recorded something.
We have a special guest this episode.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Do I know them?
I think you do.
Oh. Is it me?
It's you.
Oh, it's one of my red ladies, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, why are you a special guest in this episode?
Because, as I recall, between all the profanity and screaming, you lost the original Demon of Song fight footage.
Yes, I did. It recorded up to the point where I entered the fog gate, and then it stopped recording. Right. Because it was gone.
Yep, just gone forever. And because
and of course,
this is
once
Dark Souls, you... Yep.
Once the bosses are dead, they are dead. There's no going back.
Yep. Unless you want to use a aesthetic, but I kind of doubted you did.
Yeah, no, don't want to do that here.
Nope. No.
The Shrine of Amana is the worst.
It's a very bad
my first
area.
thought was to buy Scholar of the First Sin for the PS4, start an SL1 character, and get all the way back here and record it again on that. And I did that.
Yes.
Except that I was still working out the recording functions, and I wanted it to be 60 frames a second. It didn't record in 60 frames a second. Also, the audio, for some reason, on the recordings for those was, like, scratchy. So I scrapped those and went back to this recording. So, which was made, yes, I will be fighting this guy as a beautiful white phantom.
And I will not help.
Yes, you will be a horrible, unhelpful host that sits at the sidelines and waits for the phantom to do all of the work.
And I drink Estus.
And drink Estus occasionally.
I think I was just fashioning at this point. I just want all the armor.
Just occasionally fashioning, maybe even just getting out binoculars so that you can just stand at the sidelines and have a good view of the upcoming battle.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate description.
Now, the one advantage to this is that the boss has slightly more health, and which is in this for this particular boss gives a little bit more time to show off some of the moves, most of which will just instantly kill you. But the ones that will do most commonly, which is the little swipe, which we'll see shortly, which is the one you want to goad it into happening.
Right, which is close range, right?
Close range, yep. It goes smack, then it goes swipe.
Slam and swipe.
The gold slam and swipe.
I like swipe better.
Well, I mean, thank you. And then you go up and then you beat on it with the little plus 10 mace we're using here.
Yeah.
And then we want that to happen again, but its AI does not like me here, and it's doing other things, which I suppose is fine.
Yes.
It can do some other things. This is a body slam.
We'll say from halfway across the arena, that looks a lot less impressive than it does in first person.
It's yes, it is quite large and terrifying. And it is another version of that where it can jump, but we'll see that later.
Right. I wonder if it'll look proper or if it'll just look janky because of the network connection.
No, it looks fine.
Okay.
I think. Having edited it, it looks fine.
Okay, cool.
So what you want to do is just actually stand close and get it to do the slam as much as possible, because it's easy to dodge and it's long recovery. As you also notice, the Demon of Song, it can only be hit when it's open, but also it will always, after one attack, it'll sort of like close its hood and then open its hood again. So there's plenty of like recovery time between its attacks.
Yeah.
So this is what you want to have happen.
This is a good loop.
Yeah, this is a good little loop here.
And at this point, it'd already be dead, wouldn't it?
For the most part, yeah, it'd probably be dead. Now, it can punch you, I guess?
Neither of us had ever seen that before, if I remember correctly.
I've never seen it do that before. This is a completely new... I've never seen that happen. That is weird.
Yeah.
But I guess it can do that. Just another one of these. Fortunately, I had enough room to back up on that one.
Right.
The worst attack is the charge attack, where just it rears up and then shoots straight towards you.
Yes, it does a power slide.
Yeah, because its knees will get you almost every time, because the hitbox on its knees is a lot wider than it seems. So the easiest... Hugsies!
Hugsies!
So when it does the actual charge forward, that's a grab attack, and at this point I don't have enough health, I think, to survive that.
Yeah.
So. But it's avoided the same way as the other attacks are. The actual dash forward attack that it has, the only way to avoid it really is to run with, if you see the tail where its back legs kind of shift.
Like that?
Right?
Nope.
No, right now I'm trying to get it to do its medium range attacks. That's one of them.
Okay, that's the jump.
Yeah, the jumping body slam. It has basically the same effect of the regular standing up on legs version.
It just doesn't look as impressive.
Well, we'll see the tell for the run forward in a second here, but really the best thing to do is to actually just unlock and run.
Oh gosh.
That was like hard. Hey, I don't have anywhere to go to the left there.
Yeah.
But
the magic spit
is one of two versions of magic spit. That's the only one that it used in this fight, so we'll go into an alternate world with slightly crackly audio, just to see the magic spit version 2, where it shoots 3 different ways, and then for the last one, dodge the other way.
Magic triple spit.
A little triple spit.
It looks a little nicer too. Weird.
To its right, and then forward, and then to its left. And when it does its, like to the right and forward, you can just stand to the side, and then when it does the left, you need to move in the opposite direction in order to avoid it. If you move in the same direction, there's the charge forward. I had enough room to...
One that kills you, yes.
I had enough room to get out of the way of that one. I would suggest unlocking it and just, running to the side.
As fast as you can.
Because this is what normally happens. Well, you see it happening, and you dodge to the side, and you roll, but it doesn't... I feel like that roll should have saved me on that one.
I don't know. Its knee did touch you.
It was a little more successful with that magic spit.
Yeah, this is where we decided to help.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, and now I stumble with emoticons. That guy.
That guy. That's me. The guy he's pointing to is me.
It is.
And I'm dancing.
And you got your Takena Fiddleite and...
Mm-hmm. So... You get your Takena Fiddleite, you don't actually get that normally. What you normally get is the Key of the Embedded, which you can use to do your Sora cosplay, if you're into that.
Yep. And it scales, so it does pretty okay damage, honestly.
It's pretty okay.
You can't upgrade it, but still.
Finally, you can be the Keyblade Master that you always wanted to be.
And you can use the Gurm pants, and you can have short shorts, like he does at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. Don't judge me for knowing this.
You can't quite have the super Mickey Mouse style boots. They don't quite have a version of that.
And you can't have the Nomura-esque jacket, but
that's true. You can't not quite as many belts, although there are probably plenty of belts to go around. So yes, this is something you could do. In SL1, this boss is fairly easy. The worst part is getting to the boss.
Yes. Going
through the Shrine of Amana is a gauntlet that it sucks. And the Scholar of the First Sin update for Dark Souls 2, that is to say the 360 PS3 version.
And PC.
which does not have...
You mean Xbox One and PS4, right?
Nope. I mean the exact opposite. So I'm getting to the point. The Scholar of Sin update.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So the latest version of that, which has the new content in as far as NPC bosses go, but does not have the redone enemy placements, things like that. Shrine of Mana is terrible and the worst, and in SL1 it's just a slog every single time. Because it's just a bunch of mages with infinite range constantly spamming magic at you.
And you can do Shrine of Amana one of two ways. The way I do it, which Jeff finds utterly reprehensible.
Which is slow.
Which is I stand way far away and hit them with my +10 bow. That's what I do.
Which in the SL1, as demonstrated here earlier on, the little +10, well, not quite +10, but the overpowered hand crossbow we have is super great. with the fire bolts and lightning bolts that we have, since we don't have anything else to spend our souls on, we spend our money on those. They do great at killing the mages, and you can go through slowly, and that's recommended because that's the most success you'll probably have. In the Scholar of the First Sin PS4 version, which is also Xbox One version, the changed...
And that's also the PC version, sorry.
Also PC as well. So that one has changed item placement and also enemy placement. So for that particular one, which if you will notice, there was the 2 fadeaways that we had were actually from the Scholar of the First Sin version. It doesn't really look different in this case, but we'll be able to have 60p, sort of like 60 FPS videos for
60p. Yes, a full
whatever 60
60p.
full. There's like so many P's, like it's ridiculous. There's like 1080p's, and there's like 60 FUPs. I think that's the technical term.
So 1080 pizzas.
There's so many pizzas. It's ridiculous. I'll be doing 720 60 for those videos, but I haven't got that to work yet. So hopefully we'll see that starting with the next boss
eventually
in the crypt. But blah 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 blah. That's beside the point. For the actual Shrine of Amamana. Waiting. There it is. Thank you. Amamana. Shrine of Amamana. Okay, I think that's good.
Okay.
Okay,
that's gonna be stuck in my head forever. Thank you.
Yeah, the enemy placements are much easier. There's fewer of the shrine sort of mage things constantly spamming magic at you.
More of the lizards.
No, well, I guess the little lizard things that are in the water. Yeah, they're just placed differently, but the range on the mages is less. That's the last part, like right before the boss door, is more of a gauntlet, which sucks because there's a new NPC invader, or it's the same one, but it's been placed so that it blocks you. So every time you go through there, red invader always pops up in that last hallway, so to speak, and it's spamming like dark bolt at you or whatever. Yeah,
I mean, if you kill it, it won't come back, right?
Sure, that is true. If you want to do that, then I'd recommend just cheesing it with light crossbow like always. But
yes,
generally speaking, the same strategy works by going over the left side of that large area and then booking it down to the little hallway. In the case of if you're being shot at with not dark magic, I guess soul arrow and soul bolt and all the soul magic BS just flying at you. When you're opening the door, you have invincibility frames while you have the animation going on. If you hear the sound effect of some magic about to hit you, don't roll through the door, which is what you usually do in order to make it go faster. Because it's possible that the soul arrow, soul bolt will actually just kind of pass through you.
And how many of those does it take to kill you at SL1?
It takes 2, unless you're dodging, in which case it takes 1.
Right, because of the critical
if you don't get the
hit.
counter damage, the
counter damage, that's what it is, yeah.
So in that case, you can just then run in and you'll usually be fine, because you can run into the boss fight, and the boss is positioned in such a way that it starts at a distance from you. You can run up to it. It puts its like hood down. You can heal from there.
Okay.
Anyways, blah.
That only took like 6 months.
Yep.
Says the guy who had almost nothing to do with the recording of it.
Yep. I have plenty of problems with editing at the moment, so not a lot of content in the month of. Well, I guess maybe it'll be. We'll see when this comes out. But
so if you would like to help with this, and you like these videos, and you want Jeff to not go crazy, go to our Patreon page and give us like $1 or $2 a month, so that Jeff can buy a computer that runs on something newer than Vista.
Yep, I could get a new computer. It could render faster. I will get enough to have like new editing software, maybe get Creative Cloud, subscription kind of thing going, so I can get new versions of Premiere and whatnot, because the editing internet videos and trying to get file formats shuffled around is nightmarish. And sometimes you get a file format and then it just crashes the program for some reason. So
that sounds horrifying.
Yeah, I know. So Ozra's Wrath is taking a long time. I'll actually probably separate out. I mean, we already separated out the Otaku episodes from the main Ozra's Wrath. I think we'll probably separate them further so that the Otaku episodes are made separately from the Ozra's Wrath episodes instead of one for one.
Okay, so Otaku will just become its own thing.
Yeah, it really has to, otherwise it'll never get done with Ozra's Wrath, because it takes so much time to edit the Otaku stuff.
Because it's like 90 clips footage. And they're all different formats. And then at the end, it crashes your program. And then even if you get past the uploading part, it'll probably just be copyright claim. And then you say, no, it's fair use. And then they don't care because whatever copyright company that handles all these things just summarily dismisses all copyright claims. And then in order to escalate it, you have to do a counterclaim, which is more legal mumbo jumbo, in which case the company has a certain period of time in order to do an actual lawsuit against you. Otherwise, they lose the claim to it. And of course, it's extremely unlikely that any company would do that, but the possibility remains. Thus, I will, not be bothering with that. Thus is the story with anyone who produces content on the internet for YouTube, where it's like, well, they said it's a copyright claim. I was like, yes, understandable, because I'm using copyrighted material, but I'm using it as fair use because I'm doing literally a review, which is mentioned specifically as fair use in the clause. But then it's just summarily denied the claim because it's just a big company and all they're doing is just denying claims. It's just claiming things and then denying them because it costs nothing to make the claim. It costs nothing for me to deny the claim. It costs nothing for them to automatically deny the claim as well. Joy?
And nobody wants to run the risk, even slight though it may be, just so that, a 30-minute video of us ranting about Evangelion and kind of recommending it. No, we don't. We don't recommend it. We recommend the new stuff. I kind of recommend Evangelion. Look, it's not out yet, but in the future time, which is not the time now when this is being recorded, it's more likely that it will have been put out in the future. So there we go. It's possible that you can go and just listen to that and watch that on the channel if I can get Premiere to cooperate. And you can give us money and then we can do that, and yay! Yay!
All right, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.